Welcome back to the NDS. We are here at Texas World for race 4. Quick look down qualifying. And back up the board we go. This is going to be one good race. Nick Breeding on pole, number 54. The field goes through 3 and 4. The darkest presence in our pace car is going to pull down pit road. In a field 42 strong is going to take the green flag to kick off the Family Guy 400. Even start for these two. Tiger Man up high, Nick Breeding down low. Matter who gets into turn 1 the best. And Breeding is going to clear for the lead early on. Toad Warrior 75 right behind. And down the back, this is a fast track, so you really need to make sure you get around here. Toad Warrior doing a great job through the corners. He gets to the leads. They're 3 wide for second. Brogan there, rounds out top 5. And 1 lap complete. Everybody getting through here. I think it's a fine job by some. Others probably started pretty poorly or in the thick of it. Misty Viper 3 wide, almost 4. When you're stuck back here, it feels like hell. Looking at Esri going way up the track. That 17. Now back to the front. Toad Warrior pulling away. The battle for second rages on. Ben McDonald looking 3 wide middle. But he thinks better of it. Gets down in the line. There's Brogan's 42. Putting in work. Eric Monaco went really high that time. That number 3 back there. It's a pretty good run for those that kind of need it. Especially the 60. Cody Goforth starting inside the top 10, and he's looking to finish there. That'll be a get-right race after the start of the season he's had. Portbot down low. That 16 is bringing the speed consistently here, and he's got himself a good corner there. Get right in front of Team Duke. That 21. Seeing Hyperdrive way high up there as they've mainly gotten singled out near the front. It's a long race, so they're going to have to maintain what they have and work on it throughout the day. I say that as we go 3 wide for second. It looks like Tiger Man in the middle. No, he actually falls back the furthest. Brogan third. It's Ben McDonald second, trying to catch Toad Warrior. Both the 97 and 91 are not in the top 12 in points at the moment, but they are certainly looking to put themselves up on the map after this race. That one racer sitting top 10. He's doing himself a solid job. As look at the battle for the lead. 3 wide through the corner. All 3 of them braving it out. Ben's going to stay middle and clear. Ben McDonald up front. Hell of a performance by this 97 so far. Hamill in the top 5, right behind Brogan. Hounding down the 42 for third. And that one racer got past Breeding for a top 5 spot. It looks like everybody back to Born Ready inside the top 10. The one team kind of had it rough, but he's looking to change his fortunes. A little further back, you see his teammate. That's Canadian Lux. This is like spots just outside the top 20. You got Wyatt Junkman, Exo Tiger, Mako Kit. All of them are just there. Even the 77 of Jake and the 22 of Ringo they're both kind of in this little area right here. It's like a no man's land where if something does go wrong, you are going to have to deal with it one way or another, or risk a DNF in the process. Ben McDonald and Toad Warrior are really close to each other here. That top three all together there. You're seeing a bit of a, looking further back on the leaderboard, about where the 4 is. Those like guys in the back are really struggling as we see some second place 3 wide. That one Racer, Brogan, this time Toad Warrior. Still on the high side. It's not impossible, but it's tough. I think that's back to Kyle D in the 6, where that breakaway is, and then all the way super far back. KSS, BSS, and a few others, mostly fantasy drivers, kind of struggling with the handling of their cars early on. A common theme throughout their careers. Hamill in a bit of a 3 wide. This is everybody in the top 10. I think the 38 is an 11th across the line. So not everybody in this pack running top 10. Go forth. Just about wrecked the 24, but had to save it. The 60 team they're not playing it safe, despite the fact that they're in a position to do so. They want all the positions they can get, and the 24 is probably tired of watching themselves get wrecked or almost wrecked basically every time around the track. It happened at Sears Point with the 66 dumping them. As Hyperdrive in that one Racer, Hyperdrive takes the outside for third. So you see the top 5 has the usual suspects near the front, but then you got Nick Breeding, who is fighting back for a top 5 spot. The 54 has some speed. They got to use it the right way. And Team Duke, Eric Monaco, these are spots inside the top 15. Just in front of them, RS the anime guy, hanging on 13th, pretty good so far. There's still plenty of race to go. As you see, Ringo and company trying to push into the top 20. Team Duke is falling back, and I think Angel Madfia 71 also trying to fight back on the high side, but just does get the momentum to pass that 9. Has to complete it through 1 and 2 at this point. This whole thing is just kind of difficult all around, because if you mess up the momentum on a corner, you're going to feel it down the straight. Long way back for the 71 team. Thinking they're done falling right now. As the front's a little stabilized. Drivers in the back looking forward as well. You see Zent getting past Craig Newhouse in the 34. Positions back to 24th place. And Misty Viper having an uncharacteristically down day. He's currently running outside the top 25 altogether. RBV, Cilio Willie, and Mako all surround. And Esri in the 17. Like the entirety, all 4 of those guys, with exception of the 40, they're all driving for each other. It's the new alliance system. They're all forming an alliance, and now new leader number 10. That one Racer has taken the lead for this race. About the top 8 or so back to Hamill are starting to pull away. That every one of these drivers want to maximize their odds of winning, so they're going to work with each other to get away from everyone else and then fight amongst themselves. But they also need to keep that number 10 in check. If that one Racer gets that big of a lead, that could be an issue, and Hyperdrive is on the case. We've seen recently that a lot of drivers getting their first and second win of the season very early. Whether or not Brogan or Hyperdrive can do that off the cuff back to back for the 42 at least. Very quick back to back for the 33. Well, not really, just race 2 and 4. But still, getting those wins are very important to banking in for better odds in the playoffs later. But that one racer so far can't really get away. Looking ninth place going on. Cody Goforth having 3 lanes of traffic behind him. And Seto looking like she'll launch some momentum for a top 10, but either way, Port can't get like the exit he wants. So these two go side by side as he backs out. Using that higher end, that the 24, is a bit of a detriment because that can like come back to bite you in the worst possible way. No more 3 wide action. Going through the corner. Oh, Monaco. I think one thing, then these tires start to go down, it kind of second guess how much grip you really have, which that's what costs it at 3. A lot of speed. With how spread out things are too, it can also be longer green flag stints than you want. 77 of Jake getting the momentum off the corner. The pass, the 3 on the outside. And up front's also starting to break up as well. Take a look at Nick Breeding's on board. You can kind of see just how close it gets. With just like running high speeds on the edge. You don't want to overstep your boundary. That could cost you some exit velocity and really mess with you. See Breeding up the track. And there is Born Ready on the inside. The number 1, hoping he's going to use good entry into turn 1 to actually complete the pass. Nick Breeding's trying to hang the outside, but just can't get the exit he wants. Hamill still behind him with Goforth in 9th. But they're still at least 1 pit stop away, maybe even 2, considering when they go to pit. Hyperdrive holding 2nd place off from Brogan. Look at that pack back there. You see a giant group with Ringo and Jake both moving up through the field. Both of these drivers doing a great job with the traffic management, especially when it comes to the later stages of your tires. 77 in particular, like kind of high-siding it. Like, let's see if he can actually get the 16. He still needs to finish the pass on the 5. But this is all still really good stuff coming from this team. They don't have a win in the bank yet, but they're doing really good on points. They file in behind the 5 and battle for what is 3rd. Brogan really starting to fall back a bit on this one. Hyperdrive right on the back bumper of that one racer for the lead. As we see Toad Warrior stick 3rd on the inside. You'll see in corner entry, Brogan really does not have good middle of the corner speed. I would see Hamill getting the pass on Nick Breeding back there as well. That could be the same case. Number 10 out front, we're getting close to the halfway point of the race. Not quite halfway, but relatively close. Hyper has a shot. I don't think he has enough of a run inside to try to fight. But if he gets good entry, he can take the lead here. And I think that's what's going to happen. Hyperdrive takes the lead of this race from that one racer. Back to that midfield where the 77 is. Did get around the 5. Exo Tiger also 17th. Not the best run, but it's a building process for this 99 team. And Eric Monaco rounds out your top 20. Further back, RBV looks like he's slotted into 25th just fine, as there's a decent amount of drivers racing each other for these positions. Newhouse in the 34. He started all right, but I think the later he goes on these tires, that could be detrimental. But he does hold off the 87 there, and a lot of company behind him. Back to the front. It's getting down to about that time. We're on lap 25. And Hyperdrive will be the first one in pit road, specifically. Joined by a lot of the front runners. Not all of them, but a good chunk of them. A few others coming in. That time. I think that's about where it lies. 33 in box. So it's that one racer, Nick Breeding in second. Racer coming in. Nick Breeding in this time. Canadian Lux. Exo Tiger. Toad Warrior already pitted. Angel Matfia in. Esri. Puck. Krugemeyer. And a lot of drivers in the back. Now, I think Toad Warrior may have pitted one lap before Hyperdrive, so Hyper wasn't the first to come in. Additionally, the 84 of John X. Sully is being scored as a lap down, so maybe he pitted first as well, but he's also one of the drivers in the back. So Hyperdrive leads him off here. It's just a matter of what happens on pit exit this time. Who's going to be first one out? There's the 54 Nick Breeding getting dusted. And I think the 10, that one racer also does not have the speed to really catch up to those top two right now. So Hyperdrive and Toad Warrior are currently the 1-2 running this thing out. They're going to have to stop again. They did not get to halfway before making their first stop. Toad Warrior has really good pace right now. I mean, that 91 is fast. Battling Hyperdrive into the corner for the lead here. And he takes it. But 22 of Ado exiting her pit stop is going to go a lap down. Not a good stop for the 22 team. John X. Sully does stay on the lead lap, so 41 on the lead lap back to that 84. Ado being scored a lap down. Brogan takes third. There's a lot of drivers fighting for top 5 spots right now. The 1 trying to get that spot from that one racer. And right now, it's just Toad Warrior and Hyperdrive. Other drivers in the top 10. Jake made a good stop. He's up positions. Wyatt Junkman's in the top 10. And just outside the top 10, Zent's putting in work. And Nick Breeding kind of falling back a little bit. 54 not in the best position. Misty Viper runs top 20. Exo Tiger's doing good on stops. And it's all the way back to the 9 for 20th. Derek Hamill, another one whose pit crew failed him there. Potential top 10 spot turned into a 22nd after that stop. Craig Newhouse rounds out top 25. Coco Latte 24th. A good come up. Tiger Man, another driver's pit crew just did not work out for him. Team Duke back there as well. The 33rd place Puck. He's still back there as he is. RS, the anime guy, and Krugemeyer both really far back after pit stops. And then back to the lead lap where Hyperdrive takes the lead. This has been a solid race, but I think it's gonna come down to the end back there. As Brogan dealing with the only lap down car, but it's tough because it's not like they got damaged or anything. They're fine. So that's gonna let the others behind catch up for that pass. Born Ready. Oh, they're running down Brogan right now. It's just a matter of time when they get past that 22. They sorted it out to 2 lines. That's a solid run here. And they're just going to put Ben McDonald up high. But the lap car can get kind of a run, so it's not terrible. Back up front, Hyperdrive has taken the lead from Toad Warrior. This is the late part of the race where things get real weird. Because you want to run him down. If it stays green, you want to keep him in your sights. Knowing that you all have to make a stop again. I'm not sure if it's a matter of when, but it's just going to be a simple splash and go for those last few laps you need. Might take 2 side tires. It's all going to come down to if it stays green at the end or if a caution comes out sometime throughout this race. Toad Warrior has to keep him honest. That one racer up to 3rd. All of them passing that 1 lap down car. Goforth now leads a train of drivers. This is for 7th position where the 60 is. And one driver who's been doing himself pretty good around here is Mizzou back there in that number 78. As Seto gets the outside jump on Goforth. These are spots inside the top 10, so these are extra valuable to keep. You're going to learn that one day. When counting every point that matters when you're trying to make a comeback. Zentz with a good job. I mean, a top 15 run is pretty good. All the way back to that 66. Nick Breeding still there. Portbot running solid. Got a few drivers here. Misty Viper doesn't have the best car on track. You see him starting to drop some spots. The 71 running pretty well. Get a top 20 here. Trying to battle into that wild card position. That's kind of like the goal in this type of stuff. One, two, Toad Warrior Hyperdrive. They both got past the 84. John Sully 1 lap down to this point. That one racer running away for 3rd. It's a big track. And when it does get all spaced out like that, it really creates this interesting dynamic of racing here. Look back here. They are going for it. Nick Breeding trying to get those last few spots that he can on this run. I say that like there's not 20 to go, but it does feel like we've been at this for a long time. Ringo, one of the better drivers of Season 7. He's also looking for his come up. Put himself in the top 12 in points pretty solidly. If he could just get a few more spots. I think everyone back to Cilio Willie lined up here following the 71. Hamill's in a bit of a hang-up situation right here because he needs to make some passes. Getting a good one on the 87. That's a good start. Look back here. I think the next driver to go a lap down is not that far up the track, as Derek Baum has blown a gearbox sometime along the way. At the Puff is the next driver. That's the 50. So the question now is like, what do you do here? They're both going for it, but this could be a matter of trying to outsmart your opponent. Nick Breeding is really trying his best to push himself into the top 10. If he could just get Zentz and then past the 88, get them both around the 60. Like with how good they've been so far. Everybody's pushing hard. Seto trying to set up another pass. But I think it was the 5 that got past the 24, just repaying the favor. And the 77 got them both. Oh, we got a spin. Ben is upside down. Oh, they're wrecking in turn 1. Oh, this changes everything. Oh, more violence. Hamill's in it. RBV. And this changes everything. Mizzou's in it. Jake. Seto. RBV. Coco Latte. They're still wrecking. Cars driving into cars. That has to be at least a 10-car pileup. How uncalled for is that? Ben McDonald was patient 0. Oh man, did something break on Ben's car? Oh, something broke on the 97. And Brogan just finished the job. Oh, that inside wall. God. Oh, and that takes Brogan too. Brogan involved as well. And Ben goes upside down. And this is where the nightmare happens. 77 hits into it. Jake, Junkman, Seto slides. Mizzou piles in. I can't get a good angle of anything here. Derek Hamill's in it. I think Cilio Willie kind of gets into him, though. Oh, Coco Latte piles in. Tiger Man gets big damage. Newhouse kind of gets into it. Huck is in it. And they just keep going. Yeah, they're still stacking up. Uncalled for with the situation provided here. RBV. I think it was Hamill that hit into Ben after Mizzou gets into it. Everyone's trying to avoid it, but Hamill clips it. RBV opens the door for Cilio Willie. And I think Cilio Willie gets a little bit of it there. Jake and Seto are both destroyed. Oh, Tiger Man kills it on the front. Puck, Newhouse, others getting damage. It's insane. I think I owe it to everybody to give an onboard of this wreck with Ben McDonald here. Ben McDonald was just running so good, and he just something happens at 97 that causes him, and he just gets hooked by Brogan. Oh, it is gonna get bad. Oh, you could barely see that Hendrick car's 5 plow into him, and he's still going. Hamill, RBV. Killed it. Killed it, killed it, killed it. And right now, we got pit stops. Everybody coming down pit road. This is important. I think everybody came in. Yeah, everybody who's still running, they're coming in. Who's left, anyways? Damaged cars, good cars, bad cars, all the same. Ado's currently a lap down, so Nick Breeding leads him off pit road. There's only about 29 cars on the lead lap. We done tore up a lot of good shit. So Nick Breeding leads the race. 29 the lead lap. A lot of the drivers in these three, Hyperdrive, that one Racer, and Toad Warrior. I think Toad may have had some damage there. Those three misplayed the strategy, so to speak. So 43, 78, 5, 77, 38, 97, 42, 8, 87, 24. You are all out of the race. 30 on the lead lap. Your top 10 in the running order back to Angel Madfia. Plenty of chances to get a good finish. A lot of drivers hopefully avoided that. Go Forth, Exo Tiger, Born Ready, Puck. They all avoided it. Newhouse has a little bit of damage, so it'll be interesting to see where he comes out in all this. But Nick Breeding, it's your time to take him back to green. And coming to 12 to go. Green, green, green. They don't need to pit anymore. It's just a straight shot to the end. And right now, everybody is going good into turn one. Ringo down low. I'm trying to take the lead here. Yeah, Newhouse isn't rolling too hot, and they're getting wide behind him. Yeah, honestly, kind of tough break for the 34. The damage was more severe than originally anticipated. As Ringo coming to the lead here. Nick Breeding behind the lapper. Misty Viper, Portbot, they're still pushing. Even Exo Tiger down low with 3 right now could make something happen. Trying to get into the top 5. Ringo speeds off to the lead, and Portbot sits in second. Something about this 16 team, they're a natural at this in this series. Somehow, some way. Misty Viper sitting third as we got plenty of good drivers fighting for those spots. Born Ready, outside shot for a top 10. Angel Madfia's there. Even outside the top 10, both Eric Monaco and Chris Puckerboy are fighting for a top 10 spot. Plenty of damaged vehicles behind those, kind of like the limpers on. Mako, Esri, they're kind of surviving. Everyone else back here just kind of hanging on for trying to get a good finish out of it. Zent's kind of might have got a little banged up in there. Cilio Willie, 28th. Craig Newhouse, 29th. And those are your lead lap drivers. Ado and John went a lap down in the first green flag run. Even back beyond here, Ado and John, they're both trying to fight for their position. Both the 22 and the 84. That's one spot for them. That's still good. Born Ready, trying to get top 10. He may not be in the best position to really capitalize here, but it's something. Top 5 spots all in exchange. Look at Exo Tiger. Up to second. Right behind Ringo. The 99. Looks slow. Ringo's trying to use the momentum to get around. Side by side down the back. Exo Tiger looking for a big break. As he piles it into 3. Portbot right behind. Ringo trying to hold second. And he holds it. Horpot still third. Nick Breeding in the top 5. He's the driver who needs this run. Angel Madfia second. They're pulling away from drivers behind. Born Ready stuck in 8th. There's a lap duo with Puck and Cody rounding out the top 10. Nick Breeding settles into 4th. He's got himself a good run here today. It looked like it was kind of falling apart, but now he's in a good position. Ringo, honestly, it might be a bit more of a defense-oriented driving here if he wants to hold second, maximize his points value, even if it means letting the leader get away. Port driving for second. Port has had, he just spawns in the top 5 late in these races. Don't know how else to explain it. He's got that magic underneath him. Nick Breeding also sitting inside the top 5. He's looking for just a little bit of extra positioning here. Canadian Lux. He's got a good top 5 run going so far. Just needing to hold off Angel Madfia to finish that job. Ringo trying to hold on. Whoa, Port almost got into the back of the 66, but it got close. He just had to just give up that a little bit just to let that 54 get some room. And look back here. Got some drivers looking for some top 10 spots. Toad Warrior kind of leading Racer and Hyper around. Both Puck and Eric Monaco are in threat of losing a top 10 position here. These guys are fast, but they just lack the time to get there. Back up here, Angel Madfia is putting himself in a position. If he could just get a little bit more on exit, he wants to contend for this win. Port working with him. Oh, it's going to be close. Ringo just frustratingly close. It's 3 to go. The top 8 have pulled away. Cody Goforth holding 9th place off as that one Racer and Eric Monaco battle for a top 10 spot. Ado's gotten ahead of John Sully. That's the lap battle there. Nick Breeding still holds 3rd. The 71 just can't quite get there. Nick Breeding looking for a good run off the corner. He wants to push down low. I think he's going to want something here. 2 to go. Nick Breeding looking for second. Angel Madfia giving him a huge push. Look at Born Ready fighting for a top 5 spot. Everyone here, they want it to be their time. Ringo in 4th, trying to fight back from Angel's attack here. The 71 up in 3rd. Nick Breeding 2nd as they take the white. This entire time, Exo Tiger has been running this lead, and the race is about to end. Nick Breeding trying to one last chance to get up there. Angel Madfia needs to be the pusher. Can they contest for the lead? Nick Breeding has a run. Is he going to go low with it? He's going to take it low. But the 99 is going to run the momentum outside. Not going to be enough for the 54. And it's the 99. Exo Tigers' first career win at Texas World. All the way back here. Big ups for a top 10 for Cody Goforth. Hell of a race today. Oh, we got a spin on the back. And a last lap crash. Not sure who it's for. So we get to check that out. Newhouse finishing last on the lead lap, 29th. What even happened? What even brought out that caution? That, honestly, I think it was on the final lap, too. Where the fuck is the pace car? Okay, so already out. Okay, so I think a caution did happen. Where was the leader? When? Okay, so the leader was in turn 3. The caution was out for KSS BSS. I think he just didn't have the grip in his tires. That 4 comes, god damn, up the wall. Butter Pants having nowhere to go. KSS does catch it, but he's going to lose spots to Karane, Cilio, Willie, and Zentz. So, not a good finish for KSS BSS. But a good finish for Exo Tiger as he wins. There's the rest of the results being displayed here. Here's everyone else's. That's all we have for this race. We'll see you next time. Take care.